Hi, this is a GMAT question from gmatquestions.org. What is the ratio of the average math score for the students in class A to the average math score for the students in class B? Number one, the average math score for the student in class A and class B combined is 81. Number two, the average math score for the student in class B is 77. So we have here again a weighted average question, and by now it should be clear to you that this is a weighted average question, not just because we are under weighted average, but I think you should realize that we have two groups here. We're trying to find the combined average, or you're given the combined average and you want you to find a ratio. So again, recognize that this is a weighted average question, okay, when you have something like this on the GMAT. So let's go to work here. I'm going to remind you of the formula for weighted average. Okay, so you know that if we call the combined average, the weighted average, let's call it just AV for all the students, AVS. This is equal to A is the number of students in class A times AVA plus B times the AVB, the number of students in class B, and the average score for students in class B. Okay, and this A plus B. By now you should be familiar with this notation I'm using. A and B are the weights, the number of people in group A and group B respectively, and this thing is usually the combined average or the weighted average. Okay, I hope you can follow me on this without me explaining everything. Okay, if not, please look at the previous videos. So number one, we are told that the average math score for the student in class A and B combined is 81. In other terms, AVS is equal to 81. Now we can replace 81 here, and that's the only thing we have. If we put 81 here, are we able to find AVA over AVB? Because that is the question here. The question really is to find, maybe I should write it down here, AVA over AVB right here. And this is what we need to find. Okay? As you can see, if even we put 81 here, we have way too many unknowns. Way too many unknowns. There is no way, to find the actual ratio. And I hope you can see that. You can waste your time trying to figure it out, but there is no way to simplify this, and we have a bunch of unknowns. So it should be clear to you that number one is not sufficient. How about number two? Number two, we are given that the average math score for the student in class B is 77. So using this notation, this means that AVB equals 77. That's the only thing we have. And again, for the same reason, without wasting much time here, I hope you can see that there is no way in the world we can find the ratio AVA over AVB, because we have way too many unknowns, and this unknown will not cancel out, will not cancel each other. Okay? So for the same reason, number two is not sufficient. And I hope it is clear. You don't want to waste time here trying to figure it out. What now? Together we may have a chance. No guarantee, but we may have a chance. So if we do them together, we can write actually 81 obviously going to be equal to A average A. We don't know B, but we know 77 B, and this is A plus B. Now we have two known here, two known entities, but we still don't have A, we don't have AVA, we don't have the sum. Okay, the question is, can we really isolate AVA over AVB, which is 77? The problem is we will not be able to do so, because in order to do it, we're gonna have to have 77, like as you can see, times B or times something else, gonna be equal to AVA times something else. Okay? That's the only way we can extract the ratio, but we will not be able to do so. And again, to convince you a little bit, if you want, we can go a little bit further by saying 81A plus 81B. Hold on. Because some of you may not see it, is equal to AVA plus 77B. What I did a cross multiplication, guys. Cross multiplication. Okay? So if you do this, you can our goal, in order, again, as I said, in order to do it, we need to have AVA times something equal to AVB times something else, if you know how ratio works. With additions and subtraction, we will not be able to do so. And if you try to manipulate this, we suppose we isolate AVA on one side. So what we're going to have is that 81A plus, let's say, minus even 77. Let's put, hold on. So we're going to say 81A plus 81B minus 77B going to be equal to A times AVA. Okay? I hope you can see this. I don't know if you can. Let me actually write it smaller to make sure you can see it. It's going to be, as I said, AVA. A times AVA. Okay? As you can see, we were able to isolate AVA times something. But the 77B, you see 77, remember, is AVB. We cannot just have a multiplication here. We have some other addition here, plus here and minus. And even for AVA, we don't have a real number we know. We don't have A. We don't have the real value of A. And that's why we cannot isolate AVA over 77 or AVA over AVB. We cannot. You can see this mathematically. I just wanted to show it to you. But some of you who know about this, you can tell from here that it's impossible to isolate AVA over AVB. Okay? I hope by now you are convinced of that. So even together, we don't have enough information to answer the question. So in data sufficiency terms, E is the correct answer. Thank you for watching. This is a GMAT question from gmatquestions.org.